Sup, my name is Ray for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. These are the top 5 rogue / budget decks for the January 2015 format. And yeah, we are midway, but now is a great time to pick up some decks. And well, the number 1 spot is going to screw over a meta deck right in the nuts. And we're going to talk about that very shortly, but I'm just going to quickly run down the other 4, because the other 4, they don't matter as much as that one. No, they do matter. They're all great choices. Everyone's budget's different, so if this doesn't fully accumulate to you, and obviously you can see the 5th one right now, which is plants. I'm also going to throw Synchrons into that same light, as I mentioned. We'll get to that in 1 second, the full discussion. If none of these really fit, your budget, then let me know in the comments, but just keep in mind, you gotta shop around to get the best prices. And I don't include the prices in here, but I can give you a general cost of what it's going to be. Heroes are also a great option right now, but the price jumps on Acid and trying to find Nap Zeros are a little difficult for some people, so I'm just mentioning them now. Just mentioning them. They are great, but they're kind of in the meta pool too, so hence they were off this list, just to be fair. But let's go into the number 5 spot. Number 5 goes to plants / Synchrons. Synchrons are actually something I just picked up, and they are fun as hell. But plants are also a great option that you should consider. If you got the mathematicians and stuff, just play them. You can get the glow-up bulbs are pretty cheap. Formula Synchrons, you can make quasars. It's just fun. And with the new Synchron deck coming up, it gives you that basis to, if you wanted to switch, or if you just want to play Synchrons, they're dirt cheap. I literally spend like $10 putting the last pieces of mine together. I think picking up the second formula is going to cost me more than anything, which is funny. I've had accumulation of them for quite a long while, so it comes with the field of doing these kinds of videos, doing the openings and stuff. It is what it is. But my number 4 pick is going to be Blackwings, because, well, Blackwings have a lot of great cards that allow you to understand the game state and just get into that mindset of disrupting your opponent. But at the same time, Blackwings are getting quite a bit of new support, and we're going to be seeing that support very soon, most likely in the Gold Series set coming out next month. So you only have that 1 month gap, and the deck is super cheap already, and you can pretty much just look at what is coming out and go, well, this and that would make gray, and this is my ratio, and you can just build it up. See, there's no real rush there, and there's a good chance that Konami will say, fuck it, let's put the other Gold Series together with the Blackwings and put it in the set so everyone can have Blackwings, and we can just sell this shit because it's gold. And that makes for a great budget deck, because not only will you be able to compete to a certain level, but you will also be able to just have versatility and just have everything that Blackwings have carried. These are a former World Championship decks, so that's something to also keep in mind. They're a great pick, and you can't go wrong with them. You can't. I mean, there are still some better choices, but it depends on what your budget is, and Blackwings are pretty much as cheap as it gets on this list. Next to the number 3 spots, which we're going to get to in just a minute, just 1 minute. Now, I just want to take 1 second, which is going to be a little more than 1 second. I should just say 1 minute, and I just want to ask you guys your top 5 rogue / budget decks down in the comments below. It could be 10, could be 20, whatever it is. Put it in there so this way people can cipher through if they're just getting into the budget scene. They don't got much money to want to play Yu-Gis. There you go. That comment section. That's why we do this, guys. This is why we do it. Not only for entertainment value, but to bring some knowledge. Alright, that number 4 spot, which I don't shut up about, is Lightsworn. It could be Lightsworn Dragon Ruler, it could be Lightsworn, it could be Lightsworn Dragon Princess, it could be Lightsworn Zombie, it could be Lightsworn Shadow. The versatility is real. The deck doesn't take a lot of skill to play. I'm not trying to insult. This is coming from someone who's played Lightsworn for quite a number of years. It is very, very... You do this, you drop JD, you win game. Or for the Dragon Ruler build, you do this, you get Dragon Ruler, you get 2 JDs to hand, and you slap both of them on the field, and you make dinner for your opponent and say GG. They're pretty cheap because you could just buy the decks for $10 a piece, which is going to run you $30, or you could just buy the pieces from something like Ideal 808, or I'm sure one of the guys or girls in the comment section can point you into the right direction if you're someone looking to pick up Lightsworn. this is what what our little council community is kind of. I like calling it. They call it the council community. But this is what our little community does. We all get together and talk about this kind of stuff. Lightsworn are a great option. They have a lot of versatility. The one main problem is, again, you're gonna need to know that most people already deal with Lightsworn so much that they could just wipe the deck into next week. Sorry, my geyser for a heater just went off. That's the one problem with Lightsworn. They're still a great pick, regardless. They're still a great pick. But you're going to come into a lot of those times where they're siding for Infraroids and it works against Lightsworn. So that's something to keep in mind. I want anyone going in the wrong direction, playing in and going, well, I got sided so hard I wanted to quit this game. You should never quit the game unless you truly, truly just are done with the game. That's how I feel about it. Alright, number 2 spot. I almost said 3 again. Number 2 spot is going to Mermails. Greg the Mermail, I know you're watching. No, I mean, not go away. Mermails are great. They just got Gundy back 3. They pretty much are nearly at full power. Nearly. They're missing a few things to be back completely at full power. But Mermails are just so good right now. They can drop acid and just take out a whole back row. For those of you wondering about my acid comment there, you could just play Mass Change a second, go into the back row, and go RIP! And you guys already know, if you've ever seen Mermails, how much they can swarm, how much damage they can put on the board, and just being able to utilize wiping out that back row is going to be so good for them. Because it just gives you that more power push. You could turn that Bahamut Shark or whatever into, or hell, even Lin into a freaking acid. A fucking hero. Acid. You just drop acid on people and go, oh, I don't like your back row. Destroy. Got rank 7 capabilities. So them big eyes, them Draco Sacks, you pull all those Megatins. Oh, did I mention Abyss Dweller becomes that much better in this deck because it allows the 500 boost stat across the board and all your Mermails, which means OTKs can happen more faster. Deck's super cheap. Lots of the cards are reprinted in Battle Pack. Yeah, the most expensive things are the Spear, the Lind, and I want to say some of the extra deck stuff, but mostly it's fairly cheap to pick this up. And I know it goes without saying that some people will say, well, even under 200's a lot, and I will agree with that every fucking time. I will be the one guy that says 200's a lot of money, but if you got it, and this sounds like the deck for you, definitely give it a go. Try it on DN first, or Dev Pro, whatever you prefer on that. Just go for it. But my number 1 spot goes to a very special deck that's very, very, very close to me. Because I do love it. And it will literally poop on neckcloths if you can roll the dice, go first, and drop a nat piece. It is Six Samurai. Oh my god, I love Six Samurai so much because even without the gateway, they still have tons of capabilities. 3 rotas, 3 She and Smoke Signal. They basically have 6 rotas. Then you have 6 Sam United. Then you can play Upstart. You don't have to put Vanity's Emptiness in the control of the game state. If you do pull it out of your Secret Forces pack, then you could just stick it in here. And the deck is even cheaper than most of the cards, most of the decks on here. Literally, the main deck will cost you $18 to put together, tops, maybe 15. And that's not even me far-fetching this shit. That's me being honest to you. It is dirt cheap. This is dirt cheap. You want to come to the game and you don't have a lot of money to spend. You just got that original $20 bill, that crisp $20 bill. Six Samurais are the way to go. Nat Beast and Barkidon and just like the rest of the stuff is pretty much, but again, you could just swap out certain cards to make it a little more affordable for you, but you want to make sure to get Nat Beast, Sheehan, and Barkidon. Those are very, very important, and then you want to have some basic rank 4s. A lot of that stuff's gotten reprinted. A lot of stuff is still getting reprinted. So just be patient, pick up your pieces, piece by piece by piece. But that main deck is so ridiculously cheap. Most people who can just be on super budgets can afford this deck in their sleep. And that's no disrespect. That's just honesty. This is pure honesty. It's great because it stands up to a lot of the meta decks. It's great because you have a monster that does not like to die. Oh, and did I mention you have your own version of Monster Reborn in the form of a trap card that allows you to bring back 2 that you make a play off of and just go into that geyser. That geyser just spits out monsters. Just spits out monsters. There's many, many ways to build a deck. Many, many, many ways. But you pretty much want to have a basic conception going in, building it. It's a great choice if you have not already, done yourself playing this deck. This deck is, and I know some people just absolutely hate the fucking deck, and trust me, I understand your pain. Notorious Beasts against Neckcloths, which are pretty much the high-end meta deck to come up, besides Burning Abyss. It will literally just shut the deck down with Notorious Beasts. And that's not even me trolling or trying to be a dick. That's me being completely honest. 6 Sams are pretty much the best rogue / budget deck right out there right now. Anyway, I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to slap it with a like. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy this content, you want to stick around and see what else we got. We got tons of shit in our warehouse of just goodies coming out in the next few days. Then make sure to slap that subscribe button. And make sure to comment down below your top 5, 10, 20, 85, 100 budget decks, rogue decks, just whatever you want. Just whatever. Whatever, as long as it retains that, I don't care. I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Peace!